Hi everyone, today I want to show you an unusual but quite an effective device for sweeping, steadicam, Jeep-like shots which would be very difficult to achieve with any other handheld device. It's called FLYCAM Planet, and for me it's a mix of engineering used for stabilizers and a form factor of a fig rig. A common stabilizer keeps the camera absolutely level when you move around with it, while a fig rig allows almost unlimited movement within the space that you have. And I think this device combines those two into one, which is a very interesting idea if it actually works. Well, I've tried this rig out for the first time yesterday while testing a Panasonic GH4, and I'll share those results with you very shortly. But first I want to show you how such device would stabilize your camera and how to set it up. Okay, so once you mounted the supplied base plate onto the bottom of your camera, you need to slide it in like this. Get the safety pin out of the way so it slides all the way in. Once you go roughly in the middle, you just tighten up the knob on the other side to secure the position of the camera and see if it actually drops back or falls forward. It falls forward, so this means that I need to pull the camera back a little bit. So I undo this knob and rotate the other one. Okay, so now when the camera is static, it seems to stay level. So we got the balance pretty right on there. But there's also a second point of balancing the camera when you move it back and forth. So as you can see now, when I move the camera around, it doesn't stay level, but each of the handles have these scales on each side which allow you to position the height of the handles in relation to the weight and form factor of your camera. So by undoing these knobs on each side and then rotating these ones on the top, we can go down from about 10 to maybe mark of 8. Okay, so in the end I went down to 7 on each side and adjusted the back to front adjustment a little bit, and I think I've got quite a nice balance now. As I move the rig back and forth, it seems to stay pretty steady. In theory you can use such rig with most of the cameras out there, from small ones like this Blackmagic pocket camera to much bigger ones like Sony FS100 or Canon C300. So this is all good, but what can you actually use such device for? Well, I think it really shines in those situations where you would want to start really low on the floor and come up, or other way around, starting from a very high angle and going down all the way to the floor. The other shots that you could use it for would be sweeping tracking shots, similar to what a stabilizer used for. For example, yesterday when using it with GH4, I've used it in a very low level, tracking our animals as they were running towards the camera, running around. Overall, I was pretty happy with the results I achieved from my first time using it. It's not a stabilizer, it doesn't give the amount of stabilization a common stabilizer would, but it gives much more freedom of movement when it comes to choosing your composition, your height and things like that. Quite similar to what a fig rig does, but fig rig is limited to being locked off, which you can do with this device as well. You can just place your fingers there and it's locked off. You can move your camera up and down, everything that you would do with fig rig, but if you let your hands go, you can then keep the camera level as you move it up and down through the space and things like that, which a fig rig wouldn't do. So I would definitely recommend this rig over once very popular fig rig. It makes quite a nice base for a lightweight handheld setup, and for just over $200 it could be a nice addition to anyone's kit bag. This pretty much concludes my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in one of my next ones.